Kate and Audrey in the morning, afternoon or evening or whenever we decide to film this.
Hi, I'm Kate.
And I'm Audrey.
And this is our podcast.
In the Streets
with Kate and Audrey.
Yay!
With my bad. With a very special
With
guest.
a very super special guest.
Who you guys actually don't know because we didn't spin a wheel last week.
Nope. Today's very special guest is Ashley!
Hi, team.
You might remember her from Season 1.
Season 1, episode...
Yael.
4?
And the final episode, because Yael was present, so Ashley
stepped on in. So Ashley is back as a real official guest for this season.
Back and better than ever. Correct?
Yeah, baby.
Oh.
I don't know where that came from. This podcast is giving me too much power.
Ashley, where are you from?
A small town in Ontario.
Cool.
Cool, lovely.
What's your favorite color?
Blue.
Okay. Choice. I thought it was green.
It's blue or green.
Okay. I was just making...
I can be ambidextrous.
Yeah. That's what that means. Audrey, where are you from?
I am from...
the turn.
Yeah. I didn't prepare. Generally, I prepare. Today, I didn't prepare. Today, I'm from Nairobi, Kenya.
Of course you are. And what's it like there?
It's very, very hot, very beautiful. Safaris are very popular. There's a lot of tourists that come in because Kilimanjaro is just nearby in Tanzania. So there's a lot of tourists. It's a beautiful, beautiful city. Hot all year round, which is wonderful. Rains every once in a while, which will be relevant later. And it's just overall a great, great place to be, despite some of the political unrest.
Of course.
Yeah.
Great. Well, did you enjoy your time there?
I did. I really liked living there, and now that I'm not living there, I'm really sad.
Yeah.
It's very unfortunate. Alas.
We don't even need to spin a wheel for topic 1. We have
topic 1 ready.
Out. We all went camping.
Yeah.
Topic reveal.
Topic reveal.
Whoa.
What? Whoa.
We went camping this past weekend.
Yeah,
and
we did.
Quite literally everything that could have gone wrong outside of death went wrong.
Yep. Pretty much.
Serious injury did not occur.
What are you talking about? I mean, it wasn't serious.
Audrey hobbled up a mountain. But we'll get there.
Kate climbed a waterfall.
I did scale a waterfall. I did. Well, I scaled this waterfall. I didn't know you're injured. And so then I have to walk home for, wet and not fun. Anyways, we gotta start from the beginning. The first thing to go wrong. Team 1, a.k.a. me, Annika, and
Magenta.
Miss our bus. So we sit in the rain for an hour. Not that big of a deal, but what do we do in this hour? Make a bingo card mentally of all the things that could go wrong. And guess what, everybody? B-I-N-G-O. It all went wrong. I think we made a mistake by vocalizing it for the world. Anyways. Basically, it rained all weekend.
Yep. It
that
rained.
was problem 1.
Problem 1.
The
Continuous
sky
problem.
was just falling.
Yeah, the sky was falling. Did you guys enjoy the rain?
No.
No. I mean, it was pretty on our hike.
It was.
But it was nice on our hike.
During our sleep, man, Isaac didn't appreciate it.
No.
You might remember Isaac from episode 2 of this season.
How do you know that? How do you remember? I couldn't tell you who was on season 1, who was in season 2.
The only media she consumes is
ours.
I am this podcast's #1 fan, okay?
I listen all the time too, but I don't pay attention to numbers. I don't look at episode and go, episode 4. Who did episode 4?
Yael.
How do you know that?
And then episode 5 was just us, and then episode 6 was
Magenta. I don't know how you know that. Both people that were on the camping trip with us.
Yep, they were both on. All the people on the camping trip, minus Annika, have been on the podcast.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not... Actually, now that I think about it, that's not that bad, because we've one person left from our group. Who may or may not be featured on this podcast, because that girl is busy.
Yeah.
Anyways, so, back to the camping trip. Night 1. 6-person tent, 8 of us.
Air mattress.
An air mattress and 7 mat things, laid out. All of our stuff is in the car. we don't have room for anything else. Also, we had to set up a decoy tent on another site because we weren't allowed to have 8 people on one site. So it's just this single tent in this campsite with nothing else and no one in it. And I know that the ranger could tell because she couldn't hear anyone's voices from it. But anyways, night 1, we're crammed in this tent. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. It's warm while we're all awake and talking.
Yeah.
Having a great time.
Yeah.
We all go to sleep.
We do.
No, we don't.
We do not go to sleep.
I fall asleep, even though I wanted to stay up super late and have fun conversations.
And so we're all trying to sleep. Eventually, Audrey starts snoring. This is the beginning.
Yeah.
Audrey falls asleep. I don't fall asleep. What do? I turn to Annika, and we both start laughing. And that inspires another hour and a half of conversation between those awake in the tent.
About spaghettiation.
No, it's because I woke up and everyone was like, Audrey, you're snoring. And I was like, there's no way I'm snoring.
She
You guys
denied
are
it.
crazy. I was gaslighting them. And then they were gaslighting me and saying that I was snoring.
You
I was
were!
like,
That's
"There's
not
no way I was
gaslighting if it's true,
I wasn't
bestie.
snoring. You guys are crazy.
We thought it might be Emerson. But we were like, Emerson,
Could
are
have
you
been
snoring?
Yael.
And he goes, no, I'm awake. It wasn't Yael. It wasn't coming from that end of the tent.
Okay.
Anyways, and then I do this hilarious thing on camping trips where I always go with, people who know science things, so I ask them a series of science questions. Some stupid, like, are wormholes made by giant space worms? And some pretty interesting, like, how does spaghettification work? They weren't able to answer either of those, so, I don't know.
Are they really in STEM?
Are they really in STEM? Exactly, that's the real question.
But,
So we spent about an hour and a half doing that.
yeah, we spent some time, and then we're like, okay, time to sleep. Except we're all kind of freezing, except for Isaac and Emerson, and Yael and Ashley. Because those 4, I guess, are human furnaces.
Yeah.
And they kept warm. The rest of us were cold.
We were freezing.
But it's okay because we're dry. No,
wrong.
Psych. The tarp has shifted. Don't you say wrong. The tarp has shifted from the top of the tent to just cover Audrey at the back of the tent. So the rest of us are quite damp. And you know what happens to poor Isaac who's in the middle of the tent? He gets dripped on all night. And at 5:30 in the morning he wakes up. And I'm next to him and Emerson's right by us too. So we all are up. And he's like, I'm being rained on. And Emerson and I are like, that sucks. I don't know what we can do.
I fully heard him, and I just ignored it.
It's 5:30 in the morning, and so we're like, we just gotta go back to sleep. His sleeping mat is soaked. I look at him, and he's soaked. His hair is wet, and it can't be from sweat because it's too cold. So we're just like, okay. And so he just shifts onto my sleeping mat. So I'm now shifted onto Annika's sleeping mat, and Annika's pressed against the edge of the tent because we're all in a line. And she's getting wet from the side of the tent. Isaac's still being rained on, and I'm just stuck like a sardine in a can. Anyways, but I do manage to get more sleep, and I think Isaac and Annika both did too. Actually, that's a lie. Annika got up an hour later and went for a 2-hour-long walk.
Yeah.
But anyways, we were quite wet, and the next morning, almost all of our gear was soaked.
Yeah.
So that was fun. And we couldn't dry it because guess what happened the next day?
It
Rained
rained.
all day.
Non-stop rain.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we went on a hike.
We did. This is part 2 of
Part 2.
things that didn't go wrong, but definitely did go wrong. We went on this day-long hike. We
It was
packed-
16 kilometers total.
Nice.
I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't. That's how cool we are.
Yeah.
We packed our sandwiches and our vegetables in our backpacks. We were healthy on this trip.
Exactly, except we did eat a bag of Sour Patch Kids.
I
all on
forgot
Sunday.
about that. The Sour Patch
Don't
Kids kept
expose
going. A whole bag. Like a big one.
But it was split between 8 of us, and we all brought healthy snacks as well, like
So
cucumbers and hummus and carrots
It balanced.
and apples and fruits and stuff. So we were chilling.
So
It all balanced out. It was a balanced meal.
we ventured into the
wilderness.
forest. Ashley, how did you enjoy the hike?
I loved it, personally.
I loved it too.
I loved
So
it too. It was so wonderful.
The speed hike back that was not necessary was a bit of a hassle.
I'm so sorry.
I did get my steps in, and I don't need to exercise for the rest of my life.
So we hiked down this waterfall for context, and we had to cross the stream so we could go to where we wanted to eat our lunch.
Yeah.
As we're crossing, Audrey slips, twists her ankle. She's already got some messed up ankles. I think we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
It's twisted. It's done. It's dead. But
Yeah.
she doesn't really say anything, so we all go about our day. Isaac and I scale a waterfall.
Yeah, Elle's just concerned about how wet your feet are.
Yeah.
Yeah, constantly like, how wet are Audrey? Are your feet wet? Are your feet wet? When I was like walking through the river, I was like, don't get your pants wet. Don't get them wet. And I'm like, oh, too late. Oh, they're already wet. I just scaled the waterfall. We scaled the waterfall. And everyone tells us that it's dangerous, so we get down. But then we're like, okay, time to go.
Yeah,
And
let's skedaddle.
Audrey's like, I can't do it. Guys, there's no way I can get back up.
And we're like, huh?
Girl, what are our options? So what do? We find a highway. And we go to walk alongside it until someone goes, guys.
That someone is me.
Oh, was it you?
Yes!
Ashley goes, guys, we can't do this. It's dangerous. The cars are going to swerve off and kill us.
We were walking in the ditch!
So we're like, we shuffle back. We find a nice meeting spot. And we're like, game plan. Game plan 1. Audrey and I sit on the side of the road for 2.5 hours in the rain.
Until I can grab the
while
car.
my clothes are a little soaked. And we just sit there until Ashley can get the car and drive down and pick us up from the middle of nowhere. We don't like that. Game plan 2. We hike up the mountain and we call a ranger to come pick us up. What do? Sit on hold with the worst hold music in the entire world, and it was so loud just for them to tell me that my ranger can't be reached. And we have to call 911. But it's not that serious.
It's not serious enough for 911.
It was scary to talk to 911. So what do? We send Annika and Ashley to speed hike through the wilderness.
Oh my god, we set a pace and we stuck to it!
We sent them on a speed hike so they could pick up the car and meet us at the next parking spot that we could go to, which was a different waterfall. And then they eventually gave up, so we just caught up with them. We also saw a mine.
We didn't give up.
I thought you guys gave up.
We
No,
called
yeah,
them and
yeah.
we were
Elle
like-
called me and was like, "Hey, Audrey's ready to full send it," and I was like, "Okay, we'll just wait for y'all."
Oh,
But
I
we were
thought you
fully
guys
ready.
called us.
No, we were
No,
fully
we
ready
told
to
them.
go.
I was like, we got to a point where I was like, we've already done 2 hours or whatever.
I thought that was going to happen when we reached the spot where the car was going to pick us up. I thought you were just going to full send it.
Yeah, no, I did we full sent it around the mine.
That's
I
when the
think.
call happened.
Yeah.
Like, we
I
had
was
just
not paying
passed the
attention.
first waterfall, and we're like, "Okay, we passed the first waterfall. Like, what's the plan?" And then y'all called. And
Magenta! And I were vibing. We were peacefully walking through nature at that point, at the back of the line. Because it was just a line of us.
Yeah.
That was what happened on the hike. What else? We found a mine.
Yeah, we found
But
out.
there were
I did
spiders.
a job interview on the hike.
Yeah, she did do a job interview as we were hiking home. Ashley was not there.
I
but
was
I'm
not
gonna give her the
there,
details.
what?
I was called by this job that I applied for, and they were like, so we were wondering about your availability, and I was like, well, this is my availability, and they were like, this is my condensed version. They were like, well, we can't, what did you say? I can't hear you. And I was like, I'm on a hike. I can call you back. And they were like, we're here for another half hour. And I was like, there's still an hour and a half left of this hike. I'll call you on Monday.
Anyways, so we do a job interview, whatever. We make it back to camp before dark.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what's important. I don't think anything else happened on the hike that
No.
went wrong.
No.
But what does happen at dinner is we're making a beautiful pot of soup, lentil soup, and someone knocks it over, and it's a disaster. But it's a calm disaster because we don't want to make anyone feel bad because it's really not that big of a deal. We had more soup, but it was just
Yeah.
like, of course, the food gets knocked over.
And then Audrey.
I was trying to get the paper towel to clean up the soup, and then I dropped the roll in the entire roll.
Unrolled
Completely
across
unrolled.
Yeah.
Oh, one roll.
There were a few other dropsy moments too, though.
Yeah.
It
here
wasn't
and
just
there.
that.
I
Yeah.
dropped my water bottle when I said that nothing else bad should happen, and then I dropped my water bottle. We also couldn't get the fire to start that night, which was really sad because we really wanted s'mores. But then we got it.
Yeah, we got
Isaac
it.
and Annika figured it out.
And we got s'mores.
We did have s'mores. And so we're going to bed for night 2, but we have to reassess our lives because our equipment is wet. And we are cold and tired of this. So we do end up using tent 2 and stop being illegal. I hope this never gets traced back to us.
Yeah.
But, so we stick 3 people, we put Emerson, Isaac, and Annika in the tent. And the next morning when we go to find them, they're crammed together because it was so cold on night 2 that there's so much extra space in the tent. We probably could have squeezed all of us in there if we really wanted to. But it was so cold. Big tent that we had before is wet. So we only put Ashley, Yael, Audrey, and and they all sleep in there because we don't have enough equipment for another person. So where do I sleep? The front seat of the car. But guess what, everybody? I was dry. So I won because all y'all didn't sleep.
No. My hips hurt so bad. They still hurt. I got home and I just wanted to curl up in a ball and sleep. But then I couldn't because we had to unload the car. We cleaned the car. We set up these tents in my yard.
Oh, I have to talk to you about that.
Yeah, we have to go take those down, like, immediately after this.
But it's nice out.
It is nice out.
Yeah, but it's gonna get dewy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna start raining later tonight.
Back to your tent.
Anyways, so there was all this whole thing going on, and then eventually I made it back, and I took a nap. It was great. But my hips still hurt. Sleeping on gravel was a 0 out of 10 moment.
Valid.
Yeah.
I'm back, team!
They don't know that we were on a break.
Well, now you know that we were on a break.
We had to reevaluate our lives. We made some mistakes. You might notice from the audio cuts.
Wait, I just remembered I've been featured 3 times now.
Yeah.
Have you?
Because of the phone call last episode.
Oh, yeah!
This is your 4th feature!
A little bit of a tease.
And then you get to be on it a 5th time in 2 weeks' time. When we do the
Epic.
season
Finale.
The finale.
We have another thing from camping that we need to talk about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we do.
One night 1.
I needed to pee.
Ashley
As I
did.
do.
Yeah, she does a lot.
So that's something we did learn.
What do we do as the ladies of the world? We travel in packs.
Yeah.
So Ashley, a couple of us, Annika, me, Magenta, we all hobble on over to the bathroom. And we're in there, we do our thing. And there's a random lady in there. We're being friendly. We're being campers. We're like, hey, how's your night? She's like, I don't actually think we even asked how's your night.
No.
I think it just happened. And she's like, hey guys, let me tell you my entire life story for 30 minutes and all of the troubles I've gone through. So, yeah. What do you... Ashley, any input?
Well, I think you've set up the setting right perfectly. And you tell the story very well. I'll add pieces when I need to.
Okay. Audrey wasn't there.
I was not
but
there.
She's heard it a couple times.
I was asking the remaining people, so Isaac, Emerson, and Yael, stupid science questions, as you... A lot of stupid science questions. They did not enjoy them. They also didn't answer any of them. So...
That's actually really funny because when we were later in the night, they answered all of them.
Well, they answered them, but not in the ways that I needed them to answer. They didn't give me real answers.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
They were like, we don't know the answer to that, Audrey. And I was like, what do you mean you don't know the answer to this? I'm asking you this because you're in STEM. What are you doing?
Well, you were doing that fun thing. We were learning about trauma.
That's so exciting.
We
Keep
were.
going.
And, well, Tamara.
Tamara, we're name dropping her. Not that you'd be able to find her. There's a lot of people named Tamara.
She has had a very unfortunate situation these past few little bits.
She has, and she let us know all of it.
Yes, her dog was cute though.
Her dog was cute, so we found her dog. I think that's actually why we got sucked into the conversation, because we were so happy about this dog. And she's like, okay, my dog, well, guess what? It's just me and my dog now, because my husband cheated on me with a paraplegic lady. And my kids found them and saw them on tape and realized it was their dad cheating because of his tattoo. And we're like, whoa, this is already a wild story. She just keeps on going. She's telling us everything. We could find the lady that was cheated on. No, the lady that he cheated with.
Yeah.
You could find her on Facebook if you really dig. I found her this morning in my math class because I was bored and I wanted to tell everybody in my math class about this story. She's been cheated on.
Yeah.
So she leaves her husband signs away all of her...
Also, it sounds like he was abusive.
Yeah, it was really bad. But she was giving us life advice.
Yes.
She signs away all of her assets, except for one thing. She wants this van, this, like, camper van thing that they
That's all she wants. She just wants the van.
That one thing, because if she has that van, she is not homeless anymore, technically, because she can live in the van, which means she can have her 2 birds and her cat and her dog. But right now she can only have her dog, because if she has the other pets and she has, like, homeless status, they take the pets away. So we're like, okay, she wants this van, but he hasn't given it to her. He was supposed to give it to her, like, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And this happened on the weekend, so she hasn't gotten it yet, which is really unfortunate. What else did Tamara talk about?
Where she's living right now.
She's living on the campgrounds that we were on, and she's got a strategy.
Yeah. So she's gonna... You're only allowed to stay for 14 days at a time, or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 weeks. But after the 3 weeks run out, she's putting a new person's name on.
Every time. But luckily for her, the rainy season, I think, is quite brief, and that's gonna be warm.
Yeah.
So she'll be chilling. But, like, she's got some friends and stuff, but she just really just told us her entire life story. I don't know how much to disclose and not to disclose.
Yeah. But she doesn't want pity.
No, she doesn't want your pity. She wants you to know that always have a separate bank account from your partner, because they might go in there and snatch all your money.
And she wants you to know, never take shit from a man.
Yeah, we don't swear on this podcast.
We don't swear on this
But I think we keep that one. I think we should for Tamara. Anyways, so we get to know Tamara for about half an hour. By getting to know Tamara, it means she talks at us for half an hour.
I don't think we said a word.
She asked us our names halfway through.
Oh,
And then she asked us what we would do in her situation, and we're like, we are children. I don't know what we
She's
would
like,
do.
most people don't know what to say. What do you think?
It's like, yeah, we don't know what to say. I barely am an adult.
I'm barely awake. It's 12:30.
Yeah, we just wanted to go pee and go to bed. But anyways, she spills her whole life to us. I hope she's doing well today.
Yeah.
The next morning, Annika runs into her a couple times again, but the rest of us don't see her for the rest of the weekend. I think that was pretty much it. We cabbed home.
Yeah.
We couldn't do it. We couldn't bus. We had to taxi. That was, yeah.
Yeah. My favorite part was when we got back and we were talking to Gemma about how much she would hate it.
She would have. Which, I'm glad we told her, because she was, like, talking about how, like, on Saturday, I think she was like, oh, I should have gone. But, like, she didn't come because she had so much homework.
Yeah.
But then we get back and we're like, Gemma, you would have hated it. She already is not a big camping person.
No, she doesn't like camping.
She will only be happy if there's sunshine and warmth. So we're going to take her to
Neither
summer
of the
camping,
options.
not spring camping.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on top of that, she's a picky eater, and she would have eaten all of the food we had.
The only meal we could have had that Gemma would eat was the hot dogs from night one. She doesn't like oatmeal, which we had for breakfast every morning.
She doesn't
She
like...
definitely would not like the chili or the
She
lentil
didn't
soup.
like the
She
chili
doesn't
or the
like
lentil soup.
She's not crazy about all the vegetables and fruits we bought.
No.
She'd
She'd eat the bagels we had for lunch.
Bagel, but she doesn't like peanut butter or jam. She doesn't like s'mores.
She'd eat chips.
She'd eat
She'd
the
live off of the chips and the hot dogs for the whole weekend. Except the meat hot dogs would have gone bad because we didn't bring anything
And I don't
to
think she
put
likes
them in.
veggie hot dogs either.
No.
I don't think she would.
There's no way she would
No one,
fake meat.
No
No one picky eats fake meat.
No one likes fake meat. Real. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Bella, come on in.
Shout out to Bella.
Shout out to Bella who's
Bella's
in
now
the room.
Oh,
Bella's
I've always
left
wanted
the
to say
room.
that.
You have always wanted to say that?
Yeah, and I just
You
got
just
to.
made Ashley's dreams come true.
Pardon me?
You made Ashley's dreams come true.
Why? What did I do?
You
I
walked
got-
into the room.
Oh, is that your dream? For me to walk into?
Absolutely.
I am taken by God.
We just told the podcast our entire camping story, with lots of mishaps and really poor storytelling because we were jumping around
Yeah.
and name dropping people we shouldn't be name dropping. Did you hear about Tamara?
Tomorrow?
Tamara.
I'm gonna tell you about Tamara post podcast.
Exactly. You can just listen to the podcast and find out. But yeah, shout out to Bella, who's in the room.
Ashley, what was your favorite part of the trip?
The hike. I think I've stated it. I also found it very comical to watch Yael ride a bike on the kids' track.
Yeah, I was forced to wear a helmet over her suit, And she looked so stupid. And I told her this because out of friendship, I didn't want the kids on the kids' bike playground to bully her. But she was so forced to wear a helmet.
It was really cute.
It was really not. It was not good. I was like, if there are children, they're gonna bully you.
See, now I tried all week to convince Yael to not bring the bike because she was gonna be the only
I
one to
tried
bring
too.
the bike. I know you tried.
And then
I didn't know
realized
this was a debate.
It's okay.
I didn't know this.
It was just
happening.
me and Audrey who were
I
against
think the
it.
bike was a great idea. It got Yael's energy out.
Yeah. Anyways, do you want to spin the wheel?
We have like, once we do some cutting, we have about 10 minutes.
Yeah. All right.
Get
we
one
can
wheel spinning.
Get one wheel spin.
The camping trip was a lot to unpack.
Yeah, there's a lot to say.
Lots of dead space there.
Yeah.
Red flag and green flag majors.
Oh.
What's a red flag major for you?
I don't think I have any. But y'all think business
Yeah,
is.
we do.
Business is
That's
a red
what I was
flag
gonna
major.
say.
Actually, it is because capitalism.
So true,
So
Bessie.
true.
Pop off. Y'all heard that here. Capitalism is bad.
You heard it here first.
We are the first to come to that conclusion. Don't like John Locke.
No.
Capitalism is bad. I don't actually know if he's the father of capitalism.
No. Who knows?
But business.
Business, terrible major. 0 to 10.
I do know some nice people that are in business.
Yeah, there are some nice people in business.
But business students have a bad rep at our school because
Yeah.
they do a lot of really stupid things and they're mean.
They are mean. In the same, Kate and I are in a class together that is exclusively business students featuring us.
Careful what you say. People can listen.
That's true, people can't listen. It's a great class though, 10 out of 10.
Lots of people in that class I love to death. They're
Yeah.
so sweet.
They are so sweet. They are really sweet. And we got to promote our podcast in that class.
did.
We did. So if you're from that class, shout out to you.
There's one person in the class who talks to us like we're clients.
So bad.
They're a business major.
I don't know if you could tell.
They talk to us like they are selling us something every time they talk to me.
Every time.
Like, selling you what?
I don't know. They're like, I don't even know how to do it. I can't even do an impersonation of it. But like, it's like you're in a commercial. They talk to you every time. And I'm like, wow, okay.
There was this one informative speech that they needed to do, and I was like, this is super persuasive, because they were talking about like supplements or something, and they were like, this is why you need to take supplements. And I was like, this is a persuasive speech, not an informative speech. You didn't really do the assignment. And I brought it to the teacher's attention. The teacher dismissed it. I don't think the teacher likes me very much. That's my
Because of
conclusion
the
that.
maps.
It's probably because of the maps.
First speech, rule number 1 of this class, when you give a speech, we can't have any visual aids. What does Audrey do? Walks down to the stage, draws a massive map, proceeds not to refer to the map for the entire speech. The prof goes, you can't have visual aids. Audrey freaks out.
I did freak out, but I didn't lose any marks, so it's fine.
Yeah, she was really chill about it.
Yeah.
Any other red flag majors?
Computer science is a borderline red flag major.
We have computer science friends.
I know we have computer science friends, but they know this. I've
So
had
true.
so many conversations with them about this. Computer science is a hit or miss. I also think engineering is a hit or miss. I think there's so many majors I think are hit or miss. There's a lot of terrible people all over the place, but there's also a lot of good people all over the place.
So true.
This
This is mainly stereotypes.
Yeah, they're mainly stereotypes. I can't stand political science majors. I cannot stand them.
Poli-sci.
I cannot stand poli-sci majors. I wanted to be a poli-sci major for the longest time, and now that I'm older, I know that poli-sci people are the worst.
It's because a lot of them want to be politicians, and in my humble opinion, politicians kind of suck.
Yeah,
'Cause the whole point
they're
of
also the
politics is to, like, eat your way to the top.
Yeah, and I hate, my least favorite kind of poli-sci major is the ones that are like, not to play devil's advocate, but you're wrong. And then they proceed to give you some stupid thing. And it's like, well,
You have thought long and hard about this.
I have thought long and hard of this. I used to be an MUN girly, and all of the kids I did MUN with wanted to be poli-sci majors.
MUN?
Model United Nations.
Oh, you did mock government.
Yeah, I did do mock government.
Oh.
Yeah.
That actually fits you so well.
Oh, doesn't it?
Thank
yeah,
you.
Well,
I really
she wants to
appreciate
do Model UN things for us, where we all come together and make T-shirts and give PowerPoint presentations. That's her big plan. It's her 10-year plan for us.
I want to do a fake business conference with all of our friends.
Let's flip it though. Green flag majors. Like
Green flag
majors that
majors.
stick out to you that you're like, that's a good major.
Environmental studies.
That's
What?
your major. You know what? While we're here, education.
Education, yeah.
Everyone I've met in education is so
That's
nice.
true. Education majors is a green flag. I think,
Art history. Audrey's major.
yeah, I think art history is a green flag major. I think
Music majors.
music majors green flag.
No,
flag.
red flag.
You are a music major.
Yeah, red flag.
You're okay.
I guess music
Okay,
majors are
major
red flag.
majors, red flag.
You
From a
heard it
music kid
first.
himself.
I think.
Actually, no, it depends what instrument they play.
Oh.
Okay, what's a red flag
Hispanic
instrument?
studies.
Trumpet.
Trumpet is a red flag instrument. Hispanic studies? That's your other major.
I think any language major is a green flag.
I was gonna
though.
say language majors are green
like
flags
German,
because
French.
why would you pick that?
Yeah,
Thanks,
exactly.
team. Hey.
Green flag.
Let's be real.
That's an app.
But I'm just like,
Sorry, it took me a while.
I don't really have any more thinking with that. That's just my first thought whenever I hear language major. I'm like, why'd you pick that?
It's because I'm a green flag.
You're wearing green.
Yeah. We just gotta put you on a little pole and wait you out.
You're gonna put me on a pole.
I mean, I'm sure you can hold on to it. You know those gym bros that can like hold on to poles sideways with their core muscle or whatever?
So, moral of
the
the story,
Instagram post.
Audrey wants me to become a pole dancer.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we could wave you like a green flag. If you worked your core muscles enough to do the side thing that all the gym bros do, I'm sure we could find you a post and wave it around, and then you could be a green flag in a literal sense.
Well, that is my dream in life.
Oh, that's a great dream.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other green flag majors.
Yeah.
Marine biology.
Marine bio's a good
That's
one.
a really cool one.
Yeah.
That's a
Or
green
climate
flag just
science
because you're
is
so
another
cool.
one.
Climate science is kind of cool, but it's so much math and statistics.
Yeah.
that
I
I'm
like geology majors.
Geo majors are so fun.
Geology
I've met a
majors are
couple.
so
I had to
fun.
take a geology class, and a lot of them are like they're all really nice. And it's really
Yeah. Geology, paleontology is another green flag.
cool. I agree.
Yeah.
Paleontology.
Geography.
You were a geography major.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
diss it
I'm-
too hard.
No.
All
The
the ge-
old Ashley.
That
is
was
a
the
geography
old me.
major.
I've evolved.
This is Ashley 2.0 talking.
Yeah. I almost went into geography, so I took the geography class to see if I still liked it.
Okay,
after
but our
taking-
class was a red flag.
It was a terrible class, 0 to 10, because I used to love geography and environmental studies, because that's what I did all
Okay,
throughout
do
high
not
school.
compare ES with geography.
Dude, I took geography and ES at the same time throughout high school. It was great. Thoroughly enjoyed it. However, I moved here, and I decided to take geography, and it was terrible. And then I changed my major to art history, and it was great. I hate my art history class. So I don't know what's going on.
Everyone and their mama goes through some major changes. Except
Yeah.
for me.
Nope.
I have yet to do it, and I'm not going to do it because I'm already in my program, and my program is hard to get into. Well, not really, but kind of,
Yeah.
now that I'm here. So I'm sticking with it. Education.
Education.
Rise.
Yeah!
We believe in you, Kate.
Thank
You'll
you.
be the best kindy teacher.
Thank you. I do want to be a kindergarten teacher. I don't remember if I've disclosed that on this podcast before or not.
No,
That's
I
my
think so.
that's my end goal. Unless this thing picks up and we get ultra famous. We start interviewing celebrities.
And then you can be a journalist.
So true. That's my
Yeah.
other career that I really like.
That's the backup one.
Yeah, that is the backup, which is not really a backup because it's so much harder.
Yeah, the backup's supposed to be something you can fall back on.
Well, my backup is politics. If art history doesn't work out for me, I'm falling back on diplomacy and government.
Audrey wants to be prime minister.
Yeah, that's my big goal here. I have a lot of ideas, but also all my ideas verge on the dictatorship side of things, so I don't think it's a good idea.
Well, I feel like we've definitely hit time and a
Yeah.
half. Well, I guess some of that's going away. But we're not going to spin a wheel.
Nope.
We have one more person to possibly feature.
Yeah.
We have a big finale coming out soon.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have season 3, which is the summer season.
Yeah.
That we are mapping out.
Exactly. So get excited.
Oh, you're
for
doing
that.
it over the summer.
We're
Yeah,
trying
we're
to figure
trying
out
to
how.
figure that out. We're working on that. It's a work in progress. Round of applause for Ashley.
I was about to start doing our intro. Oh my god.
It took everything in me not to do your intro when y'all were doing your
You
intro.
could've
You
joined
couldn't.
in.
No one ever joins in. You
Solo
can join
performance
in.
right now.
Yeah.
Kate and Audrey in the morning, afternoon or evening or whatever time we decide to film this. Hi, I'm Kate and I'm Audrey and this is our podcast, In the Streets with Kate and Audrey.